excited to have you all here today, but also excited to see you all tomorrow because I think it's going to be an amazing time. There will be replays, so you'll be able to watch it again, but we want you to attend live. Every speaker has something that they're giving away to you as a gift so that you can um, take what they're talking about and make it actionable, right? Not just hear the cool things, but you actually can have a tool set in order to implement those things. So, welcome to the June 19th, 2025 daily call called Speaker Co-working. I am Ron Story Jr. I'm here with Angela Lewis, and this is the call where we help you all to get booked on more stages and get more attention on your work so that you can get paid. A couple quick things that's happening. Everybody, I think we started off with Juneteenth. That was funny. Happy Juneteenth. Um, Kroger, I think, may be in a little bit of heat for their Juneteenth cake. I posted it on my page. it is so bad. Like, look at this. This is so funny. Like day show. Look at this. Let me see. Look at this. You know how they got that Kevin Hart thing when you be like, look at this. Look at this. This is so funny. Let's see.
This is some bullshit. Who the hell
Free at last.
made this
Like,
ugly
cannot
ass?
be real.
Juneteenth, June 19th, free.
I wish
Come
it
on, man.
Cannot.
was
Look at all
No
anonymous
these.
way.
because
They
y'all
made
act
all
like
these cakes.
everything
They're
else
gonna put
around
a
here
free at
cute.
last cake, like it's the
Everything else around here cute.
Martin Luther King.
But for Juneteenth, you want to just throw something on a freaking cookie cake and expect someone to buy it?
Free at
That's bullshit.
last. And it didn't even. It had the email at. It didn't even have. Like that's gonna be my email. Freeatlast.com.
Can I share
It
something
was
real quick?
obviously it was obviously somebody non-black that designed that stuff.
No, maybe that looked like that cake was designed by a YN. You know. Go ahead, John. Go
It was
ahead.
something you had brought up yesterday that I actually had found on my computer about the
Oh
black
yeah, there it is.
parties.
The black folks at the pool party.
Black pool parties be crowded,
Yeah,
everybody on the
yeah.
water.
We need
So
Bonnie on here. So Bonnie,
I'm too cool to get wet.
no man, we can't mess up our outfit, man. We got on all our nice clothes, and ain't
Y'all
nowhere to
can't
put
mess
them.
my hair up. Can't mess my hair. Can't get your hair wet. You know
No,
how
Hey
much
man,
money I spent on that?
you put your Jordans over there on the side as a guy, they gonna be gone when you get out that pool. So you may as well, you got to come in. You got to drive to the pool with your outfit on, with your swimsuit on, and just have some flip flops or something. But yeah, that's the typical black pool party. We come to watch the water, right? You know. All right. Any wins? Any wins as we start off today? Any wins?
I had a conference planner contact me, so I'm going to fill out the application.
No, that's a big deal. That's important. That is super duper important. We got a win on our side. Um, our new website is live. So Maria did a great job on getting this ready for this week. I didn't know if we was gonna make it, but we got a whole new update. We got old Salvatore on the front. We got a video that looks really good, and going into more of our products since we're going into the product stage of Speaker Up, talking more about product. Um, so yeah, this is the new Speaker Up homepage, highlighting product. Seen this, but we wanted to show off the cool things that we're able to do to show you we can give you the tools. You can create your speaker page, add your products, and then privately connect with people, right? So one of the main things that you all will start seeing a bit is that we
Uh-oh, Ron locked up for a minute.
no, I'm
What did
here.
you say, Ron?
When you hear the word pitch, what comes to mind?
Apply.
Okay.
Introduction.
So
Sell. Okay. Right. How many of y'all like selling? You see that? There it is. There it is. There it is. How many of y'all like relationships with people? Building relationships.
okay.
Right. So this shows the power of words, right? It definitely shows the power of words, because if the word connotates that you're doing something that you don't like doing, guess what? You're not gonna like doing it. You're gonna do it less, right? And selling involves something that building relationships usually doesn't involve unless something goes wrong, which is rejection, right? When you're trying to sell somebody yourself or your ideas and things of that sort, you open yourself up to rejection. And 90% of the people gonna tell you no. Most folks don't like to live with 9 out of 10 people telling them to kick rocks, right? But if John knows this, salsa dancing is one of those things. Oh, I got a great analogy. This is good, right? When I was a kid in high school, y'all may remember this, and some of the ladies on here may remember these days. A guy would come up to you and try to dance, and you like, ooh, you hit him with the beatbox. No, oh no, he try to talk to you. This is before y'all were married, so go back to those days, right? Before you were married and in committed relationships, your husband or your boyfriend was the guy who you said yes to. The other was you was like, well, no, I don't want to dance with you, you know, right? But John knows that there's kind of a trick to salsa dancing. Salsa dancing is the only dance in the world where you really don't experience much rejection. It's like a 95% success rate. You may get out there and not be good, and her feet may automatically start hurting. But they're usually not going to reject you. You don't even have to say anything. You just go up and you put your hand out. And if she grabs your hand, you go. You don't say, "Hey, I think you look nice. You want to dance with me?" No, you just go up and you do this. And if she'll you say, "Oh no," she'll say, "No, no, no," and then you just move on. You go right to her friend, and it's okay for you to go to her friend, right? But if I'm at a club and there's 3 women together, and I say, "Hey, I think you look nice," and she goes, "I don't like you," and I turn and talk to her friend, I'm dead, right? If one person rejected you, everybody in the group rejected you, boy. Ain't no chance. Go to another group.
They're gonna say, "Oh no, you didn't."
Exactly. How you gonna try to talk to my friends? You didn't want me. Why are you mad that she might want me, right? You gonna block her blessing because you selfish, right? You're gonna hate on your friend. You ain't hating on me. You hating on your friend. You want your friend to stay single because you don't like me, right? So pitch Speaker Hub right now is kind of like that second scenario where it introduces you to some rejection, but not in reality, but in your mind it does. So we try to avoid it because pitch, most people are like, means sales. It kind of means uh you know, introducing myself, but nobody likes sales and nobody wants to be the guy at the nightclub introducing themselves. But how many of y'all have sent connection requests on LinkedIn? How many of y'all had anxiety when you clicked that connection button on LinkedIn? Never, never, right? You know the difference between a connection request on LinkedIn and a pitch in Speaker Hub? Nothing. Absolutely nothing, right? In Speaker Hub, we let you say more, like, "Hey, I think you look nice," and blah blah blah. Right? On LinkedIn, they say if you ain't paying for it, they don't even let you put a note. You could just send a connection. No note, just like this at the salsa club. Just put your hand out. Don't say nothing. Put your hand out. Now, is there still the same possibility of rejection on LinkedIn? Yeah, I reject a bunch of folks who try to add me on LinkedIn all the time. And I get rejected all the time, but I don't even know it. I don't even feel it because I wasn't so invested in my adding them or connecting with them. Does that make sense? So one of the fundamental changes that we're making at Speaker Hub is the word pitch is having a funeral tonight at 12 a.m. You will never see pitch again inside of Speaker Hub as of tomorrow morning. Why? Because it's impersonal, it's cold. Nobody raised their hand saying they like to do it. So that word pitch is going away. It will be replaced with the word connect, because that's really what we're trying to help you all to do. Connect with different event planners, connect with different podcast hosts, connect with different speakers, right? Inside of the new speaker page, you'll be able to connect with different speakers and talk with them, right? Because we gotta believe as speakers that words matter. Words mean something. And if we're using the wrong words and how we're building our things, how is that negatively affecting your results because of a poor word choice by us? Does that make sense? When I think of the word pitch, it sounds like a sale. Now, where did that, do you all know the origin of where we got that word pitch from? That pitch,
Sales pitch.
well, it came from
Baseball.
the original company, Pitch DB, right?
Oh,
Pitch DB wasn't originally designed to be for speakers. It was a sales tool. When I bought the company, we designed it to do sales so that you could do cold email and email people about sale. You could pitch your products and services to other people. Salespeople who come from that world, that word pitch don't mean nothing to us. It's just like, yeah, I'm selling. I know this is my job. I'm a salesperson, right? So I even named the company Pitch Database, right? It was the sales database, right? So when we bought Speaker Hub and we brought the software over, we didn't really change the mechanical terms that we were using. So it still said pitch inside of Speaker Hub Pro, just like it did in Pitch DB. Does that make sense? Because we figured we had more important things to do than change the words. But now that Speaker Hub is fully rebuilt, every inch of Speaker Hub is brand new. There are no parts of Speaker Hub as of July the 4th that existed last year. Every inch of the software has been rebuilt from the ground up. None of it exists. It's all gone. It will all be gone. So we got a whole new baby that we have birthed, and it still has the DNA of the original Speaker Hub, but it's brand new. And one of the main things is us getting better at choosing our words. So hopefully you all enjoy connecting with more people instead of pitching them, following up on the connections. Hey, I reached out to you. I wanted to build a relationship. It's about relationship. You don't make it in this business without relationships.
so
And
will it be called Connect DB or Connector Hub or Connect Hub or what is it?
no,
Are you replacing Connect
no,
Hub?
no. I mean, where do you see, where do we use the word pitch inside of Speaker Hub right now? On one button. It's only on one button. We've removed it slowly but surely off of everything else. We've added continue, we've added follow up. The last button goes away tomorrow. It's only on one button, right? It's only on one last friggin' button.
So it'll only be Speaker Hub. That's going to be the only name. Is that what you're saying?
Well, that's the only name for this company right now. Our other
Okay.
brands, they're their own brands. We're talking about just in Speaker Hub, right? So over here, this is the only place. You notice you only see it here when a person has added somebody to the list and they haven't clicked the button, but it's nowhere else. This changes.
I know where it's going to be. Connect. I
Yeah,
know.
it's just going to say connect, right? So that'll be live this weekend. We're having our pitch funeral. You know, I know it's my favorite word, being too short, but we got to change it to connect. You know, what's my favorite word? Pitch. But it's
Yeah,
got to go away.
that's exactly what you said to me when I came on. You use the
That's it.
finger, pitch, 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 and I
That's
went
it.
hot wire.
That's it. Now it's going to be connect. So that'll go away to connect. Just wanted to make that announcement. I think it's a huge psychological trigger, causes anxiety in a lot of people's minds. And we got to help you all to connect more. You feel good about it. Something you feel good about versus we want you doing this. We want you putting your hand out, getting as many dances as you can get. We don't want you getting beatboxed on. Get away from me. We don't want none of that. Like Camille used to do. And Nicole. Michelle, Jasmine, ain't none of y'all innocent. I know. There's a bunch. It's a trail of broken hearts.
I was never
behind
that rude to the boys.
it.
I just kind of just pretend I didn't see. And
Exactly. Same
all
thing.
of,
That hurts
all,
worse.
all of a
That
sudden I'm
hurts.
going to go for a drink, you know?
Yeah, that hurts. That hurts worst. Look at that trail of broken hearts on this call.
Mhm.
I was at a party once, and I'm going to name drop right now because it's necessary to name drop this
Oh,
one.
we may need to
And
pause this video for
no,
this person.
Jamie Foxx came up to me and says, "I'm standing beside you because you got the nicest dress in this place." And I thought he caught me off guard because you're not thinking about your dress when you're at a party. You're thinking about how the face or whatever. And he just threw me for a loop. He says, "You look shocked." And I say, "Yeah, kind of." Won't tell the rest of the conversation, but it ended up.
Look at that. Jasmine was a killer.
Killer.
Gotta play the shark music with
Killer.
Jasmine. You know,
She said on another,
da,
said on another call, I believe, that she wanted to put her hands on Obama. I was like, oh, good. I'm scared of Jasmine.
That one,
I'm glad she's in another country.
Moral of the story, watch out. Jasmine cooking. Oh, that's so funny. All right. So
talk. There was a
any
running
questions
joke.
about-
There's a running joke at each fight because I was responsible for the celebrities that their rooms and all that stuff. There's a joke among Lennox and the team. They would let me see the list to make sure that I didn't put Denzel Washington room beside mine. He had to be on a different. He had to be on a whole different floor.
This is so
I just
funny.
like to scare them. That's all.
We got to get you a talk show, Jasmine. Jasmine got all the stories, right? Any other questions about the connecting? Jasmine is the master connector. Any other stories? Any other questions about our transition from the word connect?
No,
I mean,
I
from
have
the
another
word
question
pitch
about
to
something else when you
connect.
get a
Does that
chance.
make sense? Is it a logical change to you guys?
Yeah.
The other thing is that one of the things that we worked really hard on is we were calling things speaker data, right? So you would see that in different places, right? So yeah, that's going to be a change. We'll announce that tomorrow. That will be finalized tonight, but we got a new word, new brand that we've taken control over that I think is going to be incredible. Hold on, I'm going to turn it off and tell you.
I'm trying to add some articles and stuff to my profile. Where will I see that on my actual profile?
Right. So Gustavo is working on the back side of that right now, where you'll be able to. Are you trying to add links, or are you trying to add like screenshots or something?
Well, I'll show you. Just when I come here, I'm clicking in, I'm trying to know how to add an article that I was on with Wall Street Times.
Yep.
So I'm filling this all out, and I went on and saved it, and I saved a couple of them, but it didn't look like it saved them.
Okay.
And
Go to your profile. Right.
where would
And
that?
then it'll actually go up to the top. At the top, there will be. It's missing. The button isn't there yet. So there's a button that goes up there that says publications.
Okay.
Right. So that thing that says groups and forums, those are
Mhm.
going away. Those will be in the bio up in the top right corner, where you see where your name is.
Mhm.
That click there. So that groups and forums will just be there on the and that'll put you in different groups. But the groups and forums across the top of that bio paragraph, that'll go
Mhm.
away. One of those will say publications, right? And that'll be there. So that's
Now,
you'll be able to put your publications.
is it still able to save what I'm doing? Because I didn't see any of that. I've done like 3 of
I
them
have I
already.
have no clue. I mean, I wish Gustavo was on here to answer that, but I have no clue at this point. This thing is constantly being updated every day with
Right.
different things. So, be patient with this. The
Yeah,
great
yeah,
thing
for
about
sure.
adding an article is that it takes 20 seconds to do. So when it's all ready, you can just go in and pop it in, and in 5 minutes have 10 articles put up.
And the podcast will be on my podcast where? I mean, on my profile where then?
Yeah,
too?
so that'll go inside of, go back to the profile. So you see where it says engagements.
Uh-huh.
So when you click on engagements, you see it right there.
Okay, podcast, media. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Now, I'm assuming that you want me to get as much of this done as possible before tomorrow, right? Before Sunday.
No, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. We just wanted to get you all in so that you all
Okay.
can have a head start on July the 4th, right?
Okay.
We have a few mock-ups that we're going to use and a few profiles that we will use just to kind of show things to different folks. But it's just a demo that, hey, this is working for our current users. They're being able to use it without an issue. Does that
And
make
this
sense?
video up here, is there a certain length or something?
Nope,
Or
it's whatever video you want to put. When you put that video up there, you click it. Click it now.
yeah, I'm clicking it.
What
Okay,
is
I
the
don't know if
length of
it's
the video that should be up there, Ryan?
well. I mean, here's what I would do. I think that video should be your best foot forward because it's probably going to be the most clicked spot, right? So
Like a scissor reel?
here's the problem with the sizzle reels. A lot of it is more marketing than your message. So a lot of times people end up with all of these great graphics, but none of them actually speaking. Does that make sense? People want to hear you speak. They want to make sure you're as good as you say you are. So I'm not a big fan of just putting, hey, come in, and you got showing airplanes and all this stuff. And then it's 6 words from Nicole, right? So people want to hear you talk. So I would say put your best foot forward. If you got a TED talk, put it there, right? If you got like a signature speech where you're dropping bombs, put it there. I want to put my best stuff forward. I don't want them to imagine me. I need you to try me on. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Jasmine, what's up?
One brought that up because I had the same problem yesterday. I put a video up like twice and then I go back and it's gone. Where it says add a video, and even my link that says add a course, when I click on it, all I have is a blank screen. So I
Okay.
kind of just came out of it. I wasn't going to bring it up until after the summit
No,
because
no,
I know
no.
there's a lot of stuff.
No, this is part of it. This is why we have you all in there to find the little bugs, and because this is when the fine tuning happens. Right
Yeah.
now, it is we still need to put some sandpaper and some varnish and some shellac. I think that's what it's called. Got to put some shellac on it and then get this joint polished up. So this is part of that process. We're in the foundational part. We ain't put the little powder on there yet with the sprinkles like my daughter do. She put all these sprinkles and stuff on her face after she put her little base thing on there like her mama. We ain't at that part yet. We just got the base. We got to add all the sprinkles and the highlight.
Mm.
Make sense?
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna be good. I appreciate the work and what you all are doing. I think it's gonna be incredible. Bonnie, what's up?
Hi. When I was looking at John's page underneath the intro video space, it says position and company, but he got Phoenix on there and got asked for pricing on there. I didn't see how I could do that yet. Oh, Gustavo created a guide. How nice. Yeah, where it says position not set, company not set, but he did get
Yep.
up above. He did get city and state in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So all of that goes into that bio page. So when you click edit on the bio there,
Yeah.
and then you got all of these topics, right? You got like 13 things. So if you go over to details, I don't know
Oh,
whose page I'm looking at, John. If you go to details,
John.
right?
Mhm.
So there's some basic stuff, and then everything has its own little page.
Okay. It's just
And
stuff I haven't done yet.
yep, so there it is, right? So
Okay.
again, go in and play around with this, guys, and see what the effects are. You see, there's this Phoenix, United States. So you just got to go in and do it, right?
Mhm.
Part of it is we want to see what you all can discover on your own, and then what you all aren't able to discover, we'll go in and try to make easier. You see what I mean? So
Yeah.
here's
Yeah.
my theory on this. If you ever work for me, and I may be the worst person to ever work for, but everybody will tell you for the first 2 weeks, I ain't talking to you. Come on in, you're hired. I hired you to do a particular job. Cool, go do it. See you in 2 weeks. And I just want to see you wander around and solve problems. How you gonna build relationships with your team members? Are you going? We gave you a task. Are you gonna be able to get it done? Or you gonna ask a bunch of questions before you get started? Like I need to know who I'm dealing with. So for the first 2 weeks, I really just be like, oh, just go. We'll be fine. And people hate it, right?
I love it.
But those who survive, they work. They work well with us because that's part of being on our team. We hired you to lead. Lead. If you don't know how to do it, you're just telling me I hired the wrong person. So in the background, I'm just gonna go interview somebody else and put them in because I got to run the company. I can't walk you through and give you a daily list of things you need to do at the job, right? So when we
I
hire
love
our leaders, we hire them, we give them, hire them. I don't really say much to them. Just go do your thing, make the company better, right? But what I learned is where their shortcomings are. I learned where they need coaching, what we can fix. And that's what we do with product too. We create the product, we toss it out there. And then people use it and then they come back and they say, hey, when I clicked over there, I can't do this. And I'm like, dang, they found that. I didn't think that was that important. All right, let's go fix that. Right? Let's move this up the list. This is the biggest complaint we're getting. Right? So that's kind of the theory of how we develop products, which is put out what we call an MVP, minimum viable product, meaning that it's the base thing that will get me from point A to point B. It's the car with the four wheels, the engine, and a steering wheel. It ain't got no doors on it. It ain't got no power roof, no leather seats. We sitting on a bucket, right? We sitting on a bucket, and we just trying to get from point A to point B. And then, as we see a few people get into accidents or fall out the car, we put doors on it. Does that make sense? And then when you get into a wreck, we give you a seatbelt to make sure you don't fall off the bucket, right? And we just keep building that way so that we don't end up with a Franken monster product. Does that make sense? So a lot of those tabs that you see, we're monitoring to see how many of them are getting filled out. If a lot of people ain't filling those out, guess what? They ain't gonna be on the profile no more. We're gonna take them off because it's not important data. We want to get very efficient. But we also want to be a great demonstration of how do you build a product to you guys. So that's why I talk about this. Most people wouldn't answer these questions publicly, but that's why we do it. We want to show you all that you can fail in public and still succeed. Bonnie, Yvette.
So yeah, I just got one more quick question with that. And I love that hiring style, both for companies and employees. Just let me show you what I can do. I love that. As far as the video that goes on the top, I stuck a photo there for now. If I don't have a video that I love enough to put out there, what do you think of putting a hi, hello introductory video? This is what I do kind of thing until someone has a video, something they want to put up there.
Yeah, I think you should be as creative as possible within the guidelines that we give you, right? Because that's how you find different use cases, right? We're going to put some railroad tracks. This will not be MySpace where you get to change the color of the background and do this and do that. We're going to give you some very Facebook, LinkedIn style guidelines, right? Like that open to hire thing on LinkedIn. That was probably something that people was putting in their photo, and then LinkedIn made it a feature. Open to work, open to hire, all of those different things. It was probably a hashtag or something that people were already doing. And LinkedIn said, we should just make this a feature. So be as creative as possible with you got to stand out. There's 64,000 people on that damn thing, right? So find a way to make your stuff different than everybody else's.
Sounds good.
So the
Make
fact
sense?
that the video, oh, sorry, there was someone else before me. Go ahead.
Yvette, what's up?
Hi.
Yvette, you still there?
I'm unable to add my TED Talk or any video to the profile. I'm getting the 404. I don't know if that was the same one that came up yesterday when we were testing.
Okay. Yeah, I'll ask Gustavo about that. There's a couple of 404 redirects that we're dealing with right now because of some of the coding that he's doing. And a lot of those things are dependent on other things. So I promise you, it will be fixed 100%. Thanks for letting me know though. But yeah, there's a couple 404 pages that are coming up now.
Angela and I played around with it yesterday, and there were some things that I was not able to access. I created a couple of um, different products, classes, and I cannot see them anymore. And
Yep.
like an index.
Are they in draft? Because they won't show up on your page um because they're not approved, right?
Mhm.
But they still should be in the draft. When you go into you want to share your screen with this event?
I'm getting that. Mm. So,
Right. So click on the left, right above the little orange box, there's the product dashboard.
let's see. Okay.
Yep. So go to the second thing from the bottom on the left. In the menu on the left, there's a second one from the bottom.
On the bottom, this
Yep. There you go. Product dashboard. Perfect. And then go down to the bottom and in the middle, you see instructor, my products. Right. So then there in my products, you see in draft, there are 3 products.
Right. Okay. That's great. I wasn't able to get into this space from the actual creation of these drafts. Like while I was in the draft, it was hard to get back to a particular to get to this page. So I didn't even have a menu to do that. So I have to go all the way out and come back in to be able to see that. So can I show you something in here while I'm here?
So what are you trying to do now? You want to go into edit the course?
Yes.
Okay, so go back. This is something that we maybe need to make a bit more obvious, because right next to the 3 dots, if you just roll your mouse, you see the edit button with the pencil. We probably need to make that just a permanent button instead of something that disappears. Click there, and that lets you go into edit. Right. So yeah, we gotta add our "don't make you think" part of it back to this. And let me take a screenshot of why this looks so funny. All right. So, and this is on Safari. So, all right, cool. But makes sense. So I don't know
Yeah.
why this looks so weird on Safari. Okay.
Yeah. I lost the last one that I was doing. I actually submitted it, so maybe it's in your queue for approval since we knew it
I
wasn't
mean,
going.
if it's anything that's in draft, that's the only, unless it's in draft, if it's not showing up on the dashboard, it doesn't exist. Right. So there's no, it would be either in draft or pending. So if you hit back on your browser,
Okay, so here's here's where I was. The only way for me to get back to the menu is to hit back in my browser. Is that what you're saying?
yep, just hit back now. Cause I don't,
Yeah.
there was a X in the corner where you can exit out, but I think Safari, it looks funny on Safari. So there may be a lot of things that are broken in Safari that look different to me on um on Chrome, because on Chrome I have a different display. Does that make sense?
I think so.
So that could just be a compatibility issue that we need to work on. Yeah. So, but yeah, no, this is cool. This is good information, guys. I took a screenshot of that event. One
I
second
have,
here. Let
okay.
me log out.
And I just have one more quick question, I
Oh
think.
yeah, you can ask whatever. Go ahead.
Okay, great. So when I'm coming in here and on the additional page, I don't know if the AI was turned off here.
On where?
Additional.
Yeah, there's no AI for that, because that's basic information that you just type in yourself. It shouldn't be long descriptions or anything like that.
Mm, okay. And can you show me again how you taught Bonnie to make one of her chapters or one of her sections free?
Yep. So if you go up to, you just click on there. You can click there if you want, right? And I don't know if he's turned it on. Yeah, it's not there yet. It's not turned on your side yet, but it will be. Underneath where it says attachment, there's a thing that says make this available for preview.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So it's just not there yet. Just give us a few days. That's why we're in here doing this. But yeah, it'll be there. I'll show you what it looks like.
Okay. But it's
All right.
okay to continue to build.
Yeah. Just keep going. Keep going. You know, I promise you, it's not a waste of time. Keep going. Right. So let me come over here to my kind of ugly, rough testing zone. And here, what you see over in the corner, Yvette, there's the X right here for exit. Do you see that? So I don't know what's happening. This is on Chrome. I don't know what's happening in Safari. So we may have to make some adjustments to Safari. But you see this exit over here in the corner? Everyone see that or no?
Yes.
Right. So you don't have to click back. It's just the exit button right there in the corner. And then if you wanted to make a particular module, a preview module, let me get out of here and go back to where I was. If you wanted to make it a preview module, let me go in here. When you click on curriculum, what you're going to see is in that lesson that you want to make free or preview available is going to be underneath upload attachment. You see there's a button here
Got it.
that says lesson preview. Got it?
Got it. Thank you.
Right. So
Ron,
that'll be there.
sorry.
Yep.
Can you go back to where you were just a minute ago, where the course is? Because every time I click add course, it doesn't bring me anywhere to add anything. I want to go back to see where that link is that you have to do the course
Show me on your
creators
screen.
link.
It's easier on your screen. Whenever I always want to demonstrate problems from the computer that's causing it, because if I didn't see that was in Safari, I wouldn't have known that we had a compatibility issue with Safari right now. You saw it work fine on Chrome, but if I didn't see it on Yvette's Safari, I wouldn't have known that the headers are moved, things of that sort. Is this making
Okay.
sense?
Yeah. So can you finish with? Did you finish with Yvette?
Oh
With
yeah,
her?
yeah. We're good. Go ahead.
Okay.
So you just muted yourself. Also, guys, that if you're here and you are considering lifetime with Speaker Hub, you may want to do it ASAP, because we've been known for raising the price. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. We've been known for raising the price on lifetime every 6 months or so. So that might be happening soon. Tomorrow. I'm just saying. Let me just sprinkle that out there.
Ron,
Um,
I have a question on that, so I'll wait till Jasmine is done.
okay, go ahead and go to product dashboard, Jasmine, on the left. No, product dashboard. It's the second one from the bottom, right? Yep. So, all right. And then over there where it says add product, go ahead and click there. All right. And what was the issue? We can't hear you, Jasmine. You're muted.
Sorry. This page didn't come up when I said add product. What came up for me was where I could upload a video and where it says add courses. So which screen is that?
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no
Honestly,
clue.
that's honestly, and I added 2 videos and I went back and I couldn't find that.
Yeah, I have no clue. I mean, it's the only way to add a product is here.
So, okay, so all right. And right now, if I want to add a product, keep me on this page, right? Because that's what I look back. And I want to add an intro video. This is where I would do it.
Yep, you would put the URL right there where it says add URL.
Yeah. And now when I want to add courses, this is where I'd come, just do the
It's all
course
the
builder.
same. It's all the same. What browser are you using?
Chrome.
Okay, because that looks funny. All right, let me see something. Let me check another. And you're on Windows?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right, so yeah, there is products and courses are the same, right? So
Yeah.
a course is a product. A coaching program is a product.
Mm-hmm.
A webinar is a product. Does that make
Mm-hmm.
sense?
Yes.
So they're all in the same place.
So here now, where it says featured image and the thumbnail, what would I add in there?
Okay, so let me show you. Open up another tab over there. Just open up another tab in your browser,
Okay, yeah.
right? And let's go to udemy.com. UDEMY. .com. Yep. Right. So when the thing shows up, when your product or service shows up, what photo do you want them to see? So let's go down and just scroll down and click on any of those people's faces.
Any of
Any of the instructors. Scroll
yeah.
down.
Okay, so just anyone. Yeah.
Right. So yeah. So you see that? Wait, stop right there. You see that one? Go back. Hit back a second.
It's not giving me the option to hit back, but I can click
Okay.
out.
It's in the other tab. It opened up in a separate tab. Just go to the tab next to it. Yep. Go to that one.
That one.
Yep. All right. So what those photos you see there where it says learners are viewing, those are
Mhm.
featured images. You see that? That's the
Mhm.
image that people see when they look at your course. What's the product image on Amazon?
Mhm.
What's the main thing? When they see the Jasmine Dennis thing, what are they gonna see?
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now go back to the other tab. There was another tab you had open.
This one.
Yep, go back to that one.
Mhm.
Now watch, look what happened. The photo is gone, and what's over there now where it says preview this course?
It says 100 days course complete. This one, the boot
No, no,
camp.
no, no. Over on the right, underneath your
Okay.
Google thing.
Okay. Subscribe to Udemy's
But
top
what's
course.
above that? You see what happened? At first it was a
Preview this
picture.
course.
Yeah, but what's
Okay.
that there? That's the featured video.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
In the search results and on your page, it's just going to have a photo. But when they click in, they can watch a video. Hey, in this lesson, I'm going to go over 100 days of code, the complete
Mm.
Python Pro Bootcamp. That's where you make your intro to what's going on to give them the welcome, like Bonnie was saying.
Yeah.
Bonnie talked about doing it on her profile overall, but this is how you do it on your individual products,
I see. I
right?
see.
So
Okay.
this is really, really, really important, guys. I want to cover this because I think it's important. One of the things that we will always try to be very good at teaching are the fundamentals, right? So this is why we tried to eliminate all of the extra stuff because we got to get the basics right, right? How do we get a good featured photo? How do we know where to put a video at? How do we know how to make our things previewable, right? All the basics of what makes a great product, trying it out. So let me give you a great example. Imagine if you went to buy an iPhone and Apple didn't have them in the box. They just had them scattered all over the store. And when you went to get a new one, they just went and grabbed one of them. You like, dude, it didn't even come in a box. You would think that was weird, right? So the packaging of your products are important. So you want to have a good image, right? And then Apple leaves them out and they plug them in and they polish them up and they got a little thing that move around on it and you can try it out. That's the preview video so that they can see does Jasmine, I got a niece named Yasmin. I called her your name. does Jasmine talk with an accent that I can't understand? That's the worst. Is someone talking in an accent that you don't understand? Or, oh man, I thought this would be a great course, pero es en español. Yo no hablo español, entonces es muy difícil para yo, si yo tomo lección, or ¿cómo se dice? How do you say course, Heidi? Corso? Is that right?
Curso, sí, curso.
Corso, sí. There you go, right? So if I don't speak Spanish and the person come on the video talking Spanish, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm screwed. Let me not buy this one. Let me go look for the one that Kevin did. I know that's in English, right? Hey, my baby. Oh,
Oh.
increíble. Is the way I know.
Look, Amaya has
Oh,
all that.
Hola.
She's gorgeous.
Okay.
Hermosa.
Okay. You want to say hi? Say hi.
Yeah.
No,
Hola,
I'm talking to you. She thinks you're
mamacita.
talking in Spanish. Say hi. No, hola.
I'm not speaking English, not right now.
Uh-oh, here come the boss man.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, say hi. You
Hi.
can't see you, man. You're around.
Here
Okay.
we go.
You see, he's out of school. Y'all never get to see Paul because he's always in school, but school is out. So, hey.
Muy
hey,
guapo.
Okay. Okay, siga. Hasta luego. Yeah, so y'all got to meet Paul. Usually he interrupts me during podcast interviews, but usually he's at school, so we good. But does this make sense? We want to get you all good at the fundamentals, right? A lot of times we get focused on all these other things and we don't get the fundamentals right. And we want to master the fundamentals. We want to get the basics. Can we get this person from I don't have anything to I got a decent course that somebody can try out and they can give me $50 for?
Do you, isn't there an extension you can add to anything you do is AI driven where they can click in and they can listen to it in any language? What's it called again? I forgot the hell what it's called.
Yeah, that's too advanced. We got to get the
Yeah.
basics first, right? So that may be something we do down the road, but over the next 6 months, we trying to get
English.
all of. Yeah, there's some different accessibility things we're working on, but we got to get our speakers to put courses in and get you to make some money, right? Our number one request is I don't get paid enough as a speaker. That's the number one thing is I'm not making enough from speaking. I got a good message, but I'm not making enough. Cool. We heard you. We're going to help you. Got it? So, Camille, what's up?
So my questions are around signing up for lifetime. So I want to make sure everybody who has course questions can answer. Are we okay with that?
Yeah. Any other questions?
Okay.
We're
Okay.
at 4 minutes to go. Any
So,
other questions about
I'm at
anything?
the page where I'm looking for emerging speakers and it says lifetime access 10 starting at 104. But I thought that was sort of the speaker launch, and with that you get 3 months of Speaker Hub Pro.
No,
But I prefer
I'll
to
walk you
get
through.
Speaker Hub Pro.
Yeah, I got you. Yep. So share your screen with me. Let me show you how to do
All right.
this.
Oh, good.
This is the world that we're in, right?
What
This is
did
really cool.
What
So
are
if you
you
just
are
bring
you
up a
seeing it now?
browser, just bring up a browser. Yeah, we see your desktop with the Grand Canyon.
Oh, let me fix this. Hold on. I don't know what I'm doing on Zoom.
Yep. So if you just want to, I'll stop the Zoom and you got to pick the right screen.
Okay, I gotta fix a lot of things. Share. I'm sharing. Okay.
Yep. So we see Camille's desktop right now, and then go ahead and select Chrome down at the bottom in your you got 2 monitors.
Yeah, and
Okay.
that's
So you
coming
just
up.
got to select the other monitor.
But
So
I'm
when you
not
click share, you got to be sure you pick the right monitor. So let me stop.
sharing that one. Whenever I hit, let me just move this over here so I'm sharing this guy. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm not a
No,
Zoom
you're
person.
good. It's all good.
Okay,
All
so
right.
your screen sharing, it shows what I'm sharing. And I have to click on this and
If you drag it over, if you drag that over to the other screen, right?
drag
Because
it over to,
yep, and
I'm,
letting go.
yeah, you see
No,
something?
we can't see it. No.
Okay.
Here, I'll do it from my screen. Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Now we can see it.
Oh,
We
you
can
see
it.
it?
Now, right?
Okay.
Yep.
That's
So
weird.
basically here, what you're seeing is we have the emerging, which gives you access to podcast, press, and associations.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the middle, you have experience. This adds the conferences,
Mm-hmm.
right? So for $70 more, you can get the conferences and twice the number of pitches. So the first one, it's 100 pitches. It's our base plan that we
Mhm.
sell for $97. No, it's the middle plan that we sell for one. Let me do it this way because it's easy for me to do it on my screen.
Okay.
Keep this
Okay,
open,
good.
but I can
Okay.
demo it better when I can do it on
Yeah.
my stuff.
Okay, perfect.
So let
And
me
can you
share.
also talk about upgrading from one to
That
another?
was one of my questions too.
Yep, I will go over that. So let's go here. And so here are the basic plans, right? And this plan there is equivalent to what you see here. So we come in here,
Hold on.
podcast and
Ron.
press.
Ron,
If you-
I don't see yours. It says someone else is sharing. You can request multiple presenters.
Okay.
I need to stop
So
sharing.
1 second.
Okay.
Can you see it now or no? Let me share again.
Okay.
Can everyone see my screen now?
Yes, I see it.
Okay. So this is the page that you are on here, right? So
Yes.
so here, this is podcast and associations,
Mhm.
right? This is our this first plan here, this one, podcast and associations. You see
Mhm.
that?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
on a monthly basis, that's $297. If you do lifetime with the financing, it is $104. But it's
Mhm.
actually altogether, if you paid $297 for 1 year, you would end up paying $3,600.
Mhm.
Or if you just pay 1 year up front, which is less than a year actually,
Mhm.
for $3,000, you get it for life,
Mhm.
forever, right? The second one is the conference leads. That's $497, right? That's this here, associations and conferences. Gives you 400 pitches every month, but you get everything. And it's a $277, which is 50% off what you would pay here.
Mhm.
And why did I go to that one first? Because in the middle is the same thing, just half the pitches. So instead of 400 pitches, you get 200 pitches, but you get access to all the data. This is really for the part-time speaker. If you got a full-time job and you speaking part-time and you still want to do conferences, do this. If you're saying, nope, I'm Odell Bazell, all I do is do conferences and associations. This is my only job. I don't do anything else. That person should be over here.
Mhm.
Does that make
Okay.
sense?
I understand that. And
Right?
is this Speaker Hub Pro or
This
is
is
it something
everything.
else?
This is
Everything.
everything.
And
Everything that we get,
lifetime for everything. Okay.
lifetime for everything. If you don't believe me, ask Kevin. Kevin
Okay.
been with us since 2021,
Okay.
right? Long
I
time
think the
ago.
last time you had mentioned something was lifetime, but and it included 3 months of Speaker Hub Pro.
Yep.
That was confusing me.
So we offered the new speaker store,
Store.
right?
Mhm.
That was the new speaker page thing. And we just killed that because
Okay.
people want to pitch. Y'all didn't come to us to sell stuff. That's part of it.
Yeah.
But in reality, you want to get on more stages.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to listen to what you all wanted. And
Okay.
so
Oh,
yeah,
this is it. Okay, perfect. My
This is where
second
you wanna be.
question, I think somebody asked the same question. If you want, can you start at one and then, once you develop
Yep.
as a speaker, upgrade to the next level?
Yep. So here's the game plan, right? So here's what I would always tell people. If you're here and you know you want to be here, the difference is only about $70 a month,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if you're like, okay, I'm emerging, but I know I'm going to do conferences, I would just go ahead and do this. And I'll tell you why. Because you're going to get more pitches and you get to pitch the conferences anyway. And the conferences are 6 months out.
Mm-hmm.
So if you think you're going to upgrade in the next 6 months, why put off? Now your conferences won't be until July of next year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
That
Because it's
does
going
make a lot
to
of
put you
sense.
behind on that.
Mm-hmm.
The upgrade question is you just pay the difference of where it is at that time.
Okay.
So if this right now is $3,000 and this one is $5,000, the person would just pay whatever the difference is,
Mhm.
$2,000. Once this goes up, they pay the difference of whatever it is to go up to that thing.
Got it.
So if it goes up to 6, they pay the difference between the
Difference of
3 and the
6.
6.
Gotcha.
Does that
My
make
last,
sense?
yes, it does. My last question is when I clicked through this, it brought me to the credit card page to pay the full, in this case, 5,000. I
Yep.
didn't see the financing option.
Yep. So share your screen. Since I'm in Colombia, I can't show it, but I can show you on
Okay,
your side.
go again with this crazy sharing for me. Okay, let me
Yeah,
try.
you did it right. I just couldn't control your screen. So you're on the right page. Go ahead and click the one in the middle if that's just for an idea. Just click there. Let me stop.